guys, Convoy 601, and today, probably one of the most exciting events that's been announced in a very long time. Rust and Rumble 2 for World of Warships Legends. We're going to cover everything you need to know about it today, so if you like videos like this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's just go ahead and dive on in. And luckily for us, the good old Warships did put out this wonderful kind of teaser video, and we're going to go line by line and pause on our way through, because there are certain bits of it that I think are incredibly important that we need to talk about, and there's a couple of those announcements like that. So with that said, let's go ahead and fire into this teaser video that they have brought to us. So yeah, let's go.
Captain, something's wrong. Oh, everything. Chaos unleashed when these things showed up in the water and the seas started to boil. Want to join the action? The main goal is simple: survive and dominate. There are two characters that can help you with that. There is Alma Blix. Her true passion is punk music.
So first off, a couple of things. One, we of course are in Rust and Rumble 2. Rust and Rumble, for those who haven't been around for a long time, Rust and Rumble was a 3v3v3v3. Think of it sort of like how the arena events are. It was kind of the prototype to arena, if you will, that then cleared the way for that to be a more common event, though we haven't had one in a hot minute. So that's sort of the groundwork we're working from here. And then first off, then we get to this, which is, of course, a new guise. One thing to note, all these guises seem to be ripping off other things as usual. Here we have legally distinct Jinx from League of Legends.
But given the current state of the world, she's only pursuing it part-time while leading a gang.
Target smashed! Another one bites the dust.
Her destroyer, Riotous, is a stealthy force of chaos. She's armed with torpedoes and missiles, a great toolset to attack from afar and stay hidden. But even if you get spotted, the steam engine boost and repair party consumables are there to help you make a swift escape and recover. She doesn't have guns you can control, only secondaries. One more reason to stay away from an enemy, since missiles can't be launched at short range. Let me give you a quick guide on how to use missiles. You designate an area, and the missile
knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't.
The missile will automatically lock on to any targets unlucky enough to be there when it arrives. But remember that missiles are not smart enough to avoid obstacles in their way, so plan your shot carefully. There are only two things that'll help you.
So there we have missiles officially confirmed, and a couple of things I want to talk about in this. So first off, one, we do have confirmation that this is an event destroyer. I think it, where are you? If we come back here, we basically get event destroyer. So whenever we see event destroyer, that means the ship isn't coming into public matches. So it looks like for this Rust and Rumble event, you're going to have the choice between two ships. The first one is going to be this, Riotous. And of course, I think the headline thing is the missiles and how the missiles work, which is very interesting. I don't hate how they work, right? Because they are less powerful. They are working off of the same mechanics as airstrikes do. However, they have different positives and negatives, which means that missiles could actually come to the game. One other interesting thing with missiles is, if you notice, you can fire them from concealment. So I think they aren't going to cause you to bloom as far as a detection radius goes. So you will be able to remain stealthy when you have them, which is interesting. And then of course we have this where, okay, cool, it's the airstrike mechanic of you're going to select an area to fire the missile into, and if there's a ship within that area, then it's going to do alpha strike. Okay, that kind of makes sense. One of its trade-offs for this auto damage, if it's inside of this circle, is the fact that, you know, it can't, you have to have a line of sight on wherever you are targeting this thing, right? You can't go over an island with these. They have to be a straight line shot. So I am very much liking this sort of trade-off that they are doing here for missiles, and it does make it like, oh, maybe they could actually end up making missiles work in the broader game overall, right? That seems like something that could occur.
There are only two things that'll help you to avoid a missile: luck and the missile defense consumable. Its action time is short, so hit it when the missiles are getting close. Okay, moving on to the next character.
Oh, one other thing I forgot to talk about. Also very interesting that they've decided that that the main guns on that small end are just going to become its secondary guns, and they're just going to fire automatically. Very, very interesting sort of weird playstyle that's going to lead to. Who knows?
Aristotle V1. This guy is made of metal and wires and considers himself a top-notch detective.
So another ripoff. I present to you good old Valentine from Fallout 4. But another guy's looks like his boost is going to be 4 GXP, which, hey, this has been one of the things that have made me start to use guises, is these economic buffs. I just hide them, but it is nice to have them. Anyways.
He's on a mission to establish order in Rustport, bringing justice and yada yada.
Acknowledged. Orders will be executed.
He's doing all this aboard his cruiser. Okay, I can't pronounce that. That looks like some proper encryption there. Not only...
So once again, another event destroyer, or another event ship, so an event cruiser. So we won't be getting this one in-game.
Is the ship's name a mouthful? But she's also heavily armed. She's equipped with main guns that fire both AP and HE shells, missiles, the missile defense consumable, radar, and most notably, drones that will pursue their target even if it tries to flee. Using drones is straightforward. Choose your target, press the button, and watch the little buzzers take off, serenading defeat for your enemy with a funny tune. However, if you find yourself the target of an enemy drone, try to dodge its path. Make it a focus of your secondary weapons, or even dispatch a missile or torpedo to intercept it. It's crucial to keep your eyes peeled to spot drones early on. You'll need a target to practice on, and it won't be long before you find a fight.
So very interesting stuff being added right there, the drone. Now, a lot of times, as we were talking about earlier, these events basically allow the devs to spend dev time to bring something into the game that can then eventually be moved into the wider game, right? I think missiles are now on that list of things that could be moved to the wider game if necessary, because they seem like they work within the rules that have already been established for World Warships Legends. You know, previously with the last Rust and Rebel event, it was basically the arena mode that then gets ported over. Drones here are very interesting. I don't know if it's like tech to figure out homing torpedoes, or it could just be, you know, we have seen in the conflict in Ukraine that water-based drones have been very effective at taking down military assets. So it could be, you know, them kind of prepping for the next, you know, added decades of World of Warships, i.e. moving from the age of gun to the age of missiles, but still giving a way for everyone to interact together. I don't know, but I do think we are seeing a lot here that can be moved forward and can legitimately feel like it's still part of the same game.
There are plenty of captains just like you out there. Those fights unfold in 3 scenarios. 2 gangs consisting of 3 players each try to establish domination over either 1 or 2 zones and destroy the other team.
Okay, so pretty much normal sort of ranked behavior right there, right? Nothing too special there. Though 3v3 is not the free-for-all that it was last time, so I do like that because it got tiring after a little bit.
Sometimes they are tasked with escorting a Madness Fortress battleship loaded with supplies. In these scenarios,
and this right here is what I am super excited for this. This is the most exciting bit of this whole event right here. is a new game mode. Because if you're unaware, this is essentially Supply Convoy from PC. It is a game mode I've been wanting to come over to this game for a long time. It always looks interesting to me. So you're going to have to escort while trying to do damage and protect. Like, yes. If this is coming to the game in a year, I'm like happy. Like, as far as a new sort of game mode to help, do something more. So yeah, I just right here's the biggest news of this whole thing.
You'll want to keep your own madness afloat and sink the one on the enemy team. Oh, I agree. That battleship looks sick. If you want to play this ship, I can connect you with the owner of one, Ida Singler. Ida, a descendant of a distinguished line of naval officers.
I'll be honest, don't know what this one's referencing. Let me know down in the comments below if you do, but we do have extra 20% for 50 secondary battery hits. Okay.
Usually considers herself too cool to engage in trivial grudges and only enters the battlefield when it truly matters.
Sorry, but I've got other things to do right now.
Her battleship madness is a repurposed Tier 7 Zeetzen battleship. Compared to her ancestor, she boasts greater speed, a larger HP pool, and the addition of an exhaust smoke generator consumable. These upgrades come at a cost though, a slightly longer reload time for the main battery, and a reduced firing range for the secondary battery guns.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the actual stats for that new Zeeton. So we have Madness here. Tier 7 German ships are staying within its same family. Max speed is going up from 31 knots to 33 knots. Okay, fine. HP increase from 62,900 to 65,000. Okay, nice little buff there. Exhaust smoke generator, which is interesting. I'm very interested to see what we're giving up. I have a feeling we're going to end up giving up sonar to get exhaust smoke generator, but we will have to wait and see. Because this could either be an incredibly potent ship or one that is cool in concept and I think will work a couple of times, but really given the prevalence of sonar at the tier, could be a bit rough. Main battery reload time is going up from 22.5 to 24 seconds, and secondary battery reduction by half a kilometer from 7.5 to 7.0. So overall, they are not kneecapping this ship at all. I think the buffs are a fair trade-off. I'm more interested to see how the exhaust smoke generator, where it falls in the consumable tree, because that's going to be whether this is a ship that's like, fun, or is something special. But, we'll sort of have to wait and see on that one.
Missiles and drones are exclusive to this event, but you can still snag some keepsakes before returning to regular battles. Earn skulls, the currency of Westport, by wreaking havoc and securing victories time and time again. You can spend skulls to acquire your very own madness. Choose from 2 skins for Petropavlovsk and Smolensk, or opt for the striking commander guise of Ida Singler. Alternatively, exchange your doubloons for a bundle with skulls and a mysterious ragged box, in which you can uncover peculiar things. Rumor has it that there's even a whole ship hidden in some of these boxes. Lazo,
Okay, so one, of course, there's going to be an event. Of course, there's going to be a special event currency, and of course, you'll be able to buy more of the event currency with random bundles. We do have the new box here, so let's go and take a look at what's contained within it. So 16% chance of getting 16 camos, 14.5% chance of getting 100,000 commander XP, 14.5% chance of getting 26,000 global XP, a 12% chance of getting 8 days of premium time, 10% chance of getting 10 promotion orders, a 6% chance of getting one of the commander guises, a 5% chance of 20 promotion orders, 5% chance of one of the older Rust and Rumble commandos, all of which are pretty good. Like, all of them are great pickups. 5% chance of getting one of the older Rust and Rumble skins, both of which are pretty nice. 4% one combination, 4% the tier 6 Lazo, a 2% chance of getting an insignia, a 1% chance of getting 4 combinations, and a 1% chance of getting 2 insignia. And as far as Lazo goes, you can take a look at it over here. It is essentially I guess a down-tiered Shores with a bit better armor as far as how it is on PC, which is a bit weird because Shores is a bit. Anyways, it's Shores with some different stats changed here and there. So yeah, that's what she is. I guess we can finish out
Soviet
the video
Tier
now.
6 cruiser excels in a kiting playstyle, and she's capable of inflicting tremendous damage, but requires careful positioning to realize her full potential.
I.e., she'll still blow up. The only other thing that's going to come out in the rest of this video is that there is a hidden code somewhere in the video. I'll let you know. It is the PTRPVLVSK. If you want to type that over in WowLessLegends.com/code redeemer, you'll get yourself a free crate. You'll get yourself a free Rust and Rumble box. Once again, that code is going to be PTRPVLVSK over at WowLessLegends.com/code redeemer. Do that and enjoy your free box. But guys, that is the Rust and Rumble event. Like I said, I think it's interesting, the missiles and the drones, and those could come to the game one day. And they might. And missiles might very much so. I think the system they've worked out for them fits them within the airstrike world, within how airstrikes are working currently, and it kind of makes sense and is good. On the other side, that new event, that new game mode of escorting a friendly ship, I'm very excited for, and I hope we get to see it in full game modes sometime soon. Anyways, guys, if you like videos like this, once again, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.